from Computer Art Studio. I have a student file that I'm going to show you today because I think she's making a lot of the mistakes that I see a lot of you making, and I think it's a good case study. So we're going to make a campfire, but first I want to show you a few things. Well, to start off, please make sure you have your window set up properly. You can pause it and look over here, go to window, and make sure that you have everything that I have open. Okay, now we're going to look at the file. She started making the rocks here. And if you look over here where it says layers, there are tons of sub layers. Please don't use sub layers. They are going to mess you up. So she has a picture on a sub layer. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to close these two for now. Make a new layer and name it photo reference. And I'm going to put it on the bottom layer. Edit, paste in place. Okay, now I'm going to go back up to her campfire logo. Her campfire layers. And I do not want all of these to be on a separate sub layer path like this. So I'm going to copy them and delete them. I'm going to make a new layer and I'm going to call it rocks. Oops. And then I'm going to edit, paste in place. Okay. And her rocks look good now, but many of them are not connected. And that will mess you up when you go back to try and fill them and get rid of the stroke. Because then what happens is, see that? It doesn't look natural. The colors won't always fill in correctly if it's not a complete shape. So always make complete shapes. And remember that we're using layers to put stuff on top of other stuff. So it will cover up the part of the shape you don't want to see. Okay, for example, let me find one. Here we go. This needs to be a complete shape. So I'm going to get out my pen tool and I'm going to connect both of these. I'm holding down on my mouse until I get the shape I want. I need to also fix this shape because that's not how the rock should look by itself. Okay, and then I'm going to make these rocks different shades of gray. So I'm going to put that back there as gray. The next one, let's see. Okay, this one also is not connected. This is an easy fix, I think. So we'll go ahead and grab the pen tool again and connect them. I'm holding down on my mouse until I get a connected shape. Then I'm going to change it from a stroke down here to a fill. And that fill is going to be gray. Okay. I see a weird little nook right there. So I'm getting my pencil tool to clean that up. Okay. Here's another one. I'm going to go to my pen tool to make it one shape. I'm going to fix it up with my pencil if I need to. And I don't want it to be the same gray as this one because I want them to read as separate. So I'm going to make that darker. Okay, so she did pen tool for all of the rocks, which is fine. I think a faster way would be to use the ellipse tool. And then go to your direct select tool and adjust it accordingly. And I'm going to make that gray. Okay, this one's fine. I'm going to switch it and turn it gray. This one would need to be redone, and this one too. Now this is something I want you guys to think about, especially this file is for a summer course, which means the deadlines are really tight. So instead of spending time drawing all these rocks, why not draw 3 or 4 different shapes and then Command C, copy, Command V, paste. And then once you do that, just adjust each one a little bit so they look different. And no one is going to notice. You could rotate it, right? That will make it look different. You could stretch it out so it matches this shape. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to be exact when you're tracing something. I honestly think it's better if you're not exact as a stock photo or image that you're using. not being exact is going to make it yours. You don't want to risk the mistake of, copying someone and dealing with copyright issues. So just use it as a guide to help you with perspective. It will help you with that and speed up the process for you. But that does not mean that it has to be exactly like the photo or image that you're tracing. Okay, so here's my rocks. I think they look good. Everyone can tell the rocks. They don't need to be exact. And they're all on their own layer, which is nice. Okay, so then if you look at the tint that was made, it also has those sub layers, which I really believe are going to mess you up. So again, I'm going to get rid of that picture and I'm going to put it on the first layer photo reference. Edit, paste, and place. It's on the same layer as the other photo, and that is fine. And then I'm going to lock it. So now her file's here. Let's take a look and make sure everything, okay. So this one, I think, you want every little piece to be its own shape. This one, for example, looks like it was all connected. You don't want that because, say you want this part here to be a dark gray, and you want these parts down here to be a light gray. You can't do that if it's all one shape. So I think the best way to fix this is possibly just to get rid of that roof area. These two are still connected, which I don't love, but I think it will be okay because they're going to be the same color. But I still would suggest avoiding doing that. And I'm going to make it a gray shade. Same thing here. I'm going to change it from a stroke to a fill and make it a gray shape. Okay. And I'm going to edit, cut. First, I'm going to do object, save. Okay, this is a good example of the sub layers that she has here. They will mess you up. Like, I can't cut everything because of these sub layers. So I have to double click on the artboard, Command C to get everything. Now I'm going to make a new layer so it doesn't have those weird sub layers that are going to mess me up. And then I'm going to do edit, paste, and place. All right, now let's see. This looks okay. I'm going to make this very transparent because there's other stuff that still need to be added here. So remember, like, say I'm going to add this stripe down here. I'll show you how to do that in a second. I kind of want to look at what else is going on here. Okay, this one I'm just going to turn to a blue for now. And again, make that very opacent because I'm going to add some more to it. And I'm going to stop here because my videos can't get too long on YouTube. So this is part 1. Please look for part 2 to see the rest.